What's going on, guys? JSkeleton with Brand of Gas Day, coming at you something we haven't covered in a while on the channel, which is Destiny 2. I'm really excited to get back into this because, you know, Curse of Osiris is obviously a little bit of a flop. You know, a lot of us kind of can agree on that. You know, I didn't really play a whole lot of Destiny 2 after playing the story of Curse of Osiris because I didn't feel like there was anything to do. I love the world of Destiny. I love Destiny as a game, but if there's not a whole lot to really pull me in, you know, then what am I supposed to do? But that said, with expansion 2, there's going to be some pretty decent big changes. Not the biggest changes, but some pretty big changes, at least. I think is going to pull at least a lot of the hardcore players back, and maybe some of the casual players as well. At least the casual players maybe for the story. But the big update is going to be coming in September. There was the summit that a bunch of different, you know, influencers, media influencers like YouTubers and stuff went to, and got this, you know, kind of give their feedback to Bungie, and Bungie's listening. And those, you know, YouTubers came back and said that, you know, there's going to be some huge changes in September. So I think September you know, it's going to pull all of the players back into Destiny. But this expansion is what I want to talk about. If you guys want to get every single tiny detail, I highly recommend going back and watching the stream. But for kind of a condensed version, I'm going to go through it as fast as I can. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to put up on screen because there's, you know, I don't want to spoil anything in case you don't want to watch the stream to avoid all spoilers. So we'll figure out what we're going to put on stream. Or sorry, up on screen. One of the new things is a new event called Escalation Protocol. It's sort of like a public event, it seems, where, you know, it's in like the new world, which by the way is on a polar ice cap on Mars. So it's taking place on Mars. There's a polar ice cap that's basically melting. And that's kind of the idea of the new environment. So it is Mars, but it's a different part of Mars that we didn't see in Destiny 1. There's a lot of, you know, frozen elements to it, but it's like again, the polar ice caps are melting, and you know, the whole story is basically, you know, the war mine, Rasputin, and kind of digging more into that lore. So that's kind of what the story is, and that's kind of the location. I'm really interested in that. I'm super excited for that personally. The enemy is Frozen Hive, which looks really crazy. Of course, you know, they are Hive, so they're gonna act and behave kind of like Hive, but I would assume that they're gonna have different kinds of abilities, kind of like the Siva Fallen in Destiny 1. You know, they were fallen, but they behaved differently because they were a different kind of fallen, right? It's kind of the same thing, different kind of Hive. You know, there's gonna be some similarities and there's gonna be some differences. But like I said, there's this new event called Escalation Protocol. You can do it at any point of the game, but it's ideal to, you know, finish the campaign first, so you guys, you know, are at least more leveled up. But it's basically sort of like this public event that seems to be it seems you can have like 6-player fire teams with it. I'm not 100% sure how that works. I don't know if that was just for the stream, but there were 6 friends on stream. Escalation Protocol, it has 7 waves of enemies that start, you know, moderately easy, but by the end of it get increasingly difficult. And I mean, you're gonna get your butt handed to you, honestly. If you don't have the right gear, you're gonna get your butt handed to you. And if you know, even if you have the right gear, you gotta have some skills to get this done. So you have to work as a team. So 7 waves of enemies that get increasingly harder, and they have special exclusive rewards and exclusive new amazing weapons to earn through that. It ends with a difficult big boss fight, and there's some hive swords you can pick up throughout the fight as well, and different kind of things like that. The hive sword, you know, it's kind of reminiscent of the one that we've seen in Destiny 1 story, if you guys remember that. And then moving on, we got some PvP stuff to talk about really quick. So DLC maps, I want to talk about it really quick. DLC maps in PvP is going to be available for everyone to play. So if you don't own Warmind, you're still going to be able to play those Warmind DLC PvP maps in public matches. But private matches are returning in this update as well, and if you don't have the DLC, then you're not going to be able to play those maps in private matches. So there's that distinct clarification. So the Warmind maps you can play. They're going to be available for everyone in public matches. But if you want to play those maps in private matches, then you have to own the Warmind DLC or expansion. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. So private matches are returning. There's going to be more options than Destiny 1, but you know, there's a lot similar to Destiny 1's private matches, but they've expanded. They've given more options to kind of choose from. That was one of the biggest complaints. And you know, Bungie really is listening to feedback. That's one thing I got to stress. They're really listening to feedback, and you have to give them credit for that. They are, you know, working on the game. That's why I'm saying it's going to take time. You know, there's you know, a big part of the update is going to be with this expansion, but you know, the biggest chunk of change is going to obviously happen in September, as you know, they need more time to you know, really work things out. But again, PvP, for those of you guys who are into it, there's going to be Crucible ranks now. Crucible ranks. So there's 2 different ranks, and this is something that personally as a PvP player, I am so excited for. I mean, I love PvE too, but PvP, I felt like there was not enough incentive to play it, you know, and the ranks are going to be one of the biggest things to kind of, you know, pull people, you know, into PvP consistently. And the 2 ranks are Valor ranks and Glory. So Valor ranks go up as you play and as you win, but if you lose, there's no loss penalties. You don't rank down. Your rank just consistently goes up. So it's kind of like leveling up in any other kind of PvP game, I guess. As you win, it goes up. But then you got Glory rank. Now, if you guys played Halo 2 and Halo 3 back in the day, Glory rank is similar to that. So it goes up as you win, but it goes down as you lose, just like the old Halo games. Both Valor and Glory include win streak bonuses. So the more you win in a row, the more you rank up. But Glory includes loss streak bonuses. So if you lose a bunch of games in a row in Glory, you're gonna rank down even harder. It'll hurt your rank even more. So Valor is kind of more of the casual rank, and Glory is more of the competitive rank, if that makes sense. They're 2 separate ranks that you can rank up, and it's just really exciting to see that. I'm so excited for ranks, so that's really exciting. And you know, again, there's a bunch of other kind of little details, you know, that they went through in the stream. You guys have to check out the stream because there's way too many details for me to list off in this video. But you know, different things like improvements to weapons and exotics and you know, different kind of bug fixes and balancing with weapons and changes to PvP balancing and, you know, different things like that. It's just going to be a more well-rounded experience in PvP and even in PvE. So they're, you know, Bungie's making a big step in the right direction. Again, I think the biggest change, the biggest, you know, improvement will be in September, but this is a huge step forward. And I think for, you know, at least some of the hardcore players that, you know, played from day one and that, you know, really invested themselves into Destiny, I think expansion 2 is going to get those people back into it, and maybe some casual players as well, I hope. And then come September, I think that's going to be when you know, the community really kind of gets back into it as a whole, you know, both hardcore and casual. So I'm excited for the future of Destiny. I'm really excited to see what's coming with expansion 1. I'm even more excited to see what's going to be coming in September, as there's going to be a lot of changes, you know, from expansion 2 leading up to September and then September forward. So it's a good time, my friends. I'm excited to dive back in. Hopefully you guys are too. But let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you guys think about this new you know, expansion and all the changes in expansion 2? Are you guys, is it enough to get you back into Destiny 2? And if not, what else would you need to get back into it? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the video, smash like button, subscribe to the comments for all that awesome stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next one, like always. Until then, game on. Make sure you guys tune back in May 8th, because we're going to be covering a lot of expansion 2. We're going to be playing through the story, doing a let's play of it, and you know, streaming and things like that. So I'll see you guys then.